Is there any reason to trust the Quran? Let's dive into the historical and scholarly evidence regarding its claims. The late Christian apologist Nabil Qureshi famously shared that he converted from Islam because he questioned the authenticity of the Quran's claims, especially regarding Jesus. He asked himself, what reason is there to stand by the Quranic claims about Jesus when all the other records disagree? He pointed out that the Quran was written 600 years after Jesus and 600 miles away, which calls into question its reliability as a historical source. In support of this skepticism, Robert Van Voorst, a renowned scholar, analyzed non-biblical references to Jesus and concluded that the references to Jesus in the Quran are so late and tendentious as to contain virtually nothing of value for understanding the historical Jesus. This highlights the problem with the Quran's testimony about Jesus, as it is too far removed from the events it claims to describe. In order for the Quran to be trustworthy, one would have to accept that it is the inspired word of God. However, Muhammad never performed any miracles or signs to validate his prophetic claims, leaving no evidence to support the idea that the Quran is divinely inspired. In fact, the Quran itself admits that Muhammad did not receive any miracles to prove his message. In Surah 13:7, the disbelievers ask why no miracle was sent, to which the response is, "You are only a warner, and for every people is a guide." The Quran attempts to validate its own credibility by challenging people to produce a surah like it, claiming in Surah 223, "If you are in doubt about what we have sent down, then produce a surah the like thereof." This argument from literary eloquence suggests that because no one can match the Quran's literary quality, it must be of divine origin. However, this reasoning is flawed. The fact that something is unique and difficult to imitate does not necessarily mean it is of divine origin. Works like those of Shakespeare or Dostoevsky are considered masterpieces, yet no one claims they were dictated by God. Uniqueness does not prove divine authorship. Furthermore, despite Muslim assertions, the Quran shares similarities with other medieval Arabic works and, in some respects, even falls short in comparison. Ali Dashti, an Iranian author, pointed out that the Quran contains incomplete sentences and ungrammatical structures that require commentaries for understanding. He also highlighted the illogical use of pronouns and distant predicates in rhymed passages, which have led critics to question its supposed eloquence. In conclusion, while the Quran claims to be the word of God, there is little evidence to support this assertion. The historical distance, the lack of miracles, and the issues with its literary quality make it difficult to consider the Quran as a divinely inspired text. Without clear divine validation, there is no compelling reason to trust its claims, especially when its account of Jesus contradicts more established historical sources. If you found this analysis helpful, please like and subscribe for more educational content.